Hey, it's me, Luke.
And it's me, Iris.
I'm gonna play some Netrunner, and I felt like hanging out with a friend while I did it, so I invited Iris to be here too.
Yeah, because I know things about card
You know
games.
things about Carter. You've played Netrunner.
Yeah.
Uh, I,
Netrunner has given me anxiety.
I tried really hard to get you into it earlier this year, and as I said, like even the game where we played one where you were winning, and you still sounded the most stressed out I have ever heard you. So I think perhaps
Yeah.
Netrunner is just not for you.
I mean, like, here's the thing is, like, it may be for me, and this
Yeah.
may just be a problem I have with every competitive game I have ever played.
That's right. I haven't played
Um,
Magic with you before. I don't know if you get like that about Magic.
um, I can. I'm generally pretty chill about it in like draft, but like the last time I played like a cube, a local cube,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, and I went like 0-3.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, and they weren't particularly, and they mostly weren't particularly close 0-3s. And I
Sure.
was getting real hard on myself.
I did see you
Uh,
getting salty on online.
yeah, and I recently tried playing a little team fight tactics with good friend Mikey.
Yeah.
Um, and I was doing pretty okay given it was my first time. But as soon as I like started to, get my ass beat,
Yeah.
I started to get like really down on myself
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
being like, well, what am I doing wrong? What could I be doing better? Like, I got to figure out. And Mikey just said to me, Iris, I think you need to be nicer to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. Hey, we could all probably take that
So I
advice.
think the problem is not necessarily Netrunner, but the fact that I need to fucking chill and be
Sure.
okay and like not take it as a personal slight on my own capabilities that I lose.
Definitely. I will not pretend. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am above getting salty or crashing out if I lose a lot at a competitive game. I certainly can fall prey to that, especially in like less in like casual play, but like anytime I've gone to like a big competitive event in anything from like Smash Bros to Netrunner or whatever, and I like get my ass kicked, I definitely have to like fight through those feelings. But I would say that my version of that is more cooperative games. If I am sucking ass at a cooperative game, that's when I start getting really anxious and upset. I'm like, I'm ruining everybody else's fun. We can't beat this
Yeah.
level because I'm fucking it up, and now we have to keep replaying it over and over, and everyone's getting mad at me, but it's supposed to be a fun, chill hangout time, so they won't admit that they're mad at me, but I know that they are. Oh, that's when my anxiety triggers.
Yeah, yeah. We're saying we both have some problems we need to address.
Huh? Anyway, yeah. I play a lot of Netrunner, Iris.
Yeah.
Um, like I said on Blue Sky, I was probably gonna waste a couple hours tonight playing Netrunner anyway. I may as well just turn the stream on while I do, because that was kind of fun when we did it for the charity stream a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
here's where I'm at with Netrunner right now. It's overall it's a little bit of an odd spot because like the competitive season is over. Worlds happened last month. There's a new set coming out in like a couple of months here. So everyone's kind of in a holding pattern, I feel like. Just waiting to see what's going to happen next. Um, but for me, where I am personally is Bangoon When Disaster Strikes is one of the new IDs from the most recent set that came out this year, and people have been very dismissive of it. They don't like it very
Yeah.
much. They think it's weak, and maybe it can get better later with better support in the card pool, but right now it just doesn't have the sauce. I sort of agreed with them until they banned what's it called, Deep Dive earlier this year, which was just like a ridiculously strong central pressure card. Because we can get into it a little bit. Bangoon's whole thing is that it installs its agendas face up, and the runner takes damage and a tag if they access them. So the counterplay to that is you don't worry about the installed agendas. You just hammer their central servers and win that way. And when you have a
Yeah.
tool as strong as Deep Dive, that is just not really, you can't defend against it, right? Um but once they banned Deep Dive, I made a Bangoon deck and I have played nothing but Bangoon ever since, as on the corp side. Between, let's see, my original version of this deck, I've got 377 games. This slightly updated version, I've got
Holy cow,
111 more games.
that's so many.
Iris, I play a lot of Netrunner.
Yeah, I honestly should bang out some Magic the Gathering games at some point to get my practice in on that.
Yeah. And it is just simply, in my opinion, the most fun that you can have playing Corp in Netrunner. I just love, like, the fork of, like, setting up, well, you can run that agenda to win, except you won't win, you'll die if you run it. But if you don't run it, I'm gonna score out and win, so what do? Pop quiz, hotshot, how you solve this one?
I mean, that does sound like the kind of corp deck that I would ideally play. It is a Wayland identity, and I do love Wayland a lot.
Yeah, Wayland is traditionally one of my more preferred factions. I also like NBN a lot, but NBN's in a weird place. NBN's always in a weird place, I feel like, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I love it, and I've been playing a ton of it. And the problem I've reached, Iris, is that now I show up to locals every week, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're still playing Bangoon, huh?" And I'm like, I should pivot."
I've kind of gotten sick of it.
And I've done a little bit of experimenting with other stuff, but so far I just have not found a corp ID that sparks as much joy in me as Bangoon. And it is not quite as big of a thing on the runner side, but similarly, I do have a favorite runner, which is Sebastiao. He is a much more liked ID than Bangoon is. People agree that Seb is basically good and functional. But it's the same thing where I'm like, I've played a lot of Seb. A lot of, you can see I've only got 66 games with Seb. I mean, come on, that's barely anything. But I'm getting to the point where I kind of want to shake things up a little bit. So I think what we're gonna do tonight, I'm gonna start. I want to play one game with each of these decks, just as a way to get us in here, and then maybe pivot and try and do some deck building, do some experimenting, find something else to play around with, and maybe do some test runs of that. I was gonna say test runs to then bring to locals this week, but I'm not sure if we're gonna have them this week with Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah.
Like there's an automated recurring calendar thing in our Discord, but no one's signing up for it this week, so might just be a ghost town.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just do what I always do constantly every night and play some Bangoon.
Yeah, it'll be neat to see how that thing plays.
Twitch.
I'm curious what it looks like.
/video entropy. Want to make sure I'm flagging that we're streaming so that if people don't want to be on stream or whatever, they know not to join this game.
Oh yeah.
There are a few people watching. How y'all doing this fine evening?
Yeah, how you doing on a late evening on a Sunday?
Yeah,
work is on the horizon.
Right. This is my Saturday, so it's really my weekend's just starting, but it's just ending for a lot of people.
Yeah, my work day my work week just started today.
Yeah. They're also, so part of what they're doing right now, because it's kind of the down period, and I guess they do this every year. I have not been in on Netrunner in a little bit, but they're doing what's called off meta month, where a bunch of folks in the community are hosting events with kind of different rule sets than normal. And one of them that they're doing is called Costume Party, where you play your ID out of a different faction. You can say well, I'm going to use Precision Design, but I'm going to call it an NBN identity instead of an HB identity.
Oh, okay.
And I do keep thinking about it. Might be really fun to try Jinteki Bangoon. Because Jinteki has an agenda called Fuji Asset Retrieval, which does 2 damage when you steal it or score it. They've got an enemy, which does 2 damage when you res it. which means that if I just have a Fuji behind an enemy,
Yeah.
you already have to have 6 cards in hand, or yeah, 6 cards in hand to survive stealing the agenda.
I
And that's
mean,
before I put like any other upgrades on that server, like a Daniela, which makes you. I've got that. I've got one copy of it in this deck. It's kind of like damage, but instead of the cards being discarded, they are put on the bottom of your deck.
okay.
Uh, which you'll see. Yeah, one of the main things I do in here is yeah, put an agenda and then use Daniela and another upgrade called Angelique Garza. I can't think of her last name, but she's like a sniper. You'd like her. She has a horse, and she does 2 damage when you access her. So that's another way. Again, you need 6 cards in hand to survive.
Liar of Partinel says, doing good.
Nice
To hear. I need to look up this Angelique lady. Angelique Garza Correa.
Yes, that's what it is.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Like she's you can't quite see the full horse, but she does have the sniper scope like bipod
Yeah.
resting on the saddle of the horse.
Yeah, she like uses the horse as her like sniper mount.
That's pretty funny.
Angelique, let me pull her up here just for the folks at home. Yeah, and the flavor text she's got is just the word shoot, which they have established outside of the card that shoot is the name of the horse.
Beautiful.
The thing that kills me about Angelique is that, you know, she does meat damage. She's holding a sniper rifle. She literally physically shoots the runner, right?
Yeah.
But she shoots them when they access the server, which they're doing by hacking, you know?
Yeah.
Presumably from a remote location. So I've just got the vision in my head of, like, you know, the runners in, like, their rundown cyberpunk apartment, you know, just pieces of circuit boards all around them. They're, like, jacked into the Matrix or whatever. And Angelique is just, like, taking her horse up an elevator to get into, like, a window in a nearby building to snipe them from.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I think what I'm thinking is, like, once they get to, like, threat 3 or they access the agenda, it, like, pings them on the GPS.
Right.
She's like, got ya.
That probably makes more sense, yeah.
Milanomi _ Aura says, yo, I heard you were net walking first so you could then learn to net run.
That's so true. I am, you know, I think I am a decent Netrunner player. I am certainly not, like, an amazing one.
Oh, hey, you've got a volunteer.
Yep, we've got a game. So
it's the magical girl.
We have got, yep, Hoshiko Shiro, one of the strongest IDs, like, period. No further elaboration. This hand technically has money, but it's kind of slow money. It's got no real ice. Valenchow is an ice that sucks to manually res. It's here so that I can res it for free with Eminent Domain.
Yeah.
So I think this is a mulligan.
That's a mulligan, yeah.
Okay. I still have no ice, which I would prefer to have, but we can do something with this hand. I think I generally don't go for, like, an agenda spam strategy with this deck. One way that people play Bangun is you just slap a bunch of low-scoring agendas on the table and, like, well, you can't afford to steal them all because they all do damage.
Yeah.
That's not, like, the main game plan I've got here, but sometimes if you get the right hand, it's kind of the right move to make, you know?
Oh, okay. Milanomi has a good point here. Narrative hat on. You don't necessarily get to run everything from everywhere in Netrunner. Often systems are air-gapped and you have to be on site.
That
the
is
internet,
fair.
The way we know it no longer exists in the setting. So she could just have her horse, like, on the Wayland campus or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a fair amount of sense. I guess, yeah, right, you have, what, Inside Job or whatever, the guy hacking from, like, the corporate toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not really
That's such a good card. I love that card.
Yeah. I did not really expect them to have Transfer of Wealth out of faction. That was not a card I was thinking about trying to defend against.
Oh no.
So now I am. Now the good news is
Ooh,
that
you have 2 credits.
I do have enough money to res Regolith and fix my money next turn if they don't run this and trash it. They could very well run this and trash this with their... No, they're going to clear the tag with their last click, I think. Because they don't know that I don't have End of the Line, which I could just credit kill you. Yeah, that's right. Alright, well, this is basically forced. Don't really have any move to make other than that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're gonna trash that for free with Cormand.
Good old Regolith.
Yep. The classic.
That was... I think the version of Regolith was in the very first like core set that debuted with like the Fantasy Flight Netrunner.
I don't remember the original core set well enough to remember.
Pretty sure
what,
it was.
Like Pad Campaign is the big money card I remember from that time. That was more of a drip thing. You got like 1 credit per turn out of it. And then I could score these, but I'm not really in a rush. And if I credit, then I can... I'm really thinking about cutting these government subsidies from this deck. They give you, what, a net gain of 5 credits, but they cost 10 to use. And I've just had too many games where I don't have 10 credits. I really need money, but all I've got are gov subs. And it's like, well, that sucks. I'm tired of getting my hand run at, so let's toss Logjam on HQ here.
I could have sworn there was an equivalent in the very first Netrunner set. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I did play back then, but it's just been too long.
Yeah, it's been so long since I have played that Netrunner.
Like, I got into it from, like, 2014 to 2015, I want to say. It was, like, the San and Mumbad cycles were the ones where I played, and then I fell off of it for just a bunch of different reasons. And then, right at the start of this year, I got back into it in a really big way. Oh, right, you have Meryl.
Yeah.
You're doing weird stuff with Hoshiko, which, you know, I respect, but also stop it. Let's just go off the top. That's fine.
Okay, the card I was thinking of was actually a runner card, the Armitage Code Busting.
Oh, yes.
They just gave it to Corpse in the Null Signal.
Didn't Armitage you had to like run a server or something? It's been a long time.
No.
Okay.
Place 12 credits from the bank on Armitage Code Busting when it is installed. When there are no credits left on Armitage Code Busting, trash it. Click, take 2 credits from Armitage Code Busting.
I would love to draw some ice. I've drawn 5 agendas and 1 ice. Oh, there was an ice. You trashed it.
Yeah, Melange Mining Corp was close. Instead of a bank, though, you spent 3 clicks to gain 7. But yeah, that was sort of the popular neutral, like, just always works corp.
So one of the main
money asset
mean things I do with this deck is I scored Divested Trust with just a 1-point agenda. But the next time, whenever they steal an agenda, I can forfeit this and lose it to gain 5 credits and take back the agenda they stole. And then I combo that with SDS, where they have to trash a program in order to steal it. So they take the damage and tag from Bangin, trash a program, and all that happens is I get money, and I get to do it to them again next turn.
Oh.
And then I also slapped an Angelique on here, so it's going to be 4 damage, a tag, and a dead program. It's rude.
Good. Yeah, Melanomi. Regolith is definitely like narratively a reference to Melange. Though, but funnily enough, like uh, in terms of mechanics, it's basically just a copy of Armitage with slightly tweaked numbers.
Yeah, this is a weird deck list. They've got like all the Seb support cards in here, but then also Ace's console. They're cooking some weird stuff up. That's respectable. Let's try and fix this hand. I've got way too many 3-pointers in it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. If I do that, I can only toss one agenda. Let's... And then throw out the... Maybe I only wanted to toss one agenda. Oh well. Let's toss... I guess we don't need the measured. Or hopefully by the time we do get the measured, we will have a Basalt scored and can bounce it from archives.
Yeah. Melanomi says Hosh running the Seb package is pretty popular. Turns out Hosh is a better ID than the ID designed for the Tag Me dance.
Yeah, I have seen that like Seb stuff out of Hosh. It bums me out because I love the flavor of Hosh so much, but I kind of am sick of playing against Hoshiko. I kind of wish they'd ban her.
Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that they made her a little too good.
Yeah, I mean, she came out in, what, 2020, 2021, and she has just kind of been one of, if not the best IDs ever since. Mayflies. Frustrating there just because... Oh, hey. Remember how I was saying I don't need the measured response right away?
Yeah. Now you do.
If they don't draw, then I would have won if I hadn't thrown away measured response.
Oh, no.
And in their mind, they're... Well, okay. Oh, yeah, that sort of fixes everything. Okay. So I don't have to feel so bad about it. Let's grab this and, frankly, ice. I need to up my odds of drawing some damn ice.
Yeah, it's wild that you've been so ice-starved.
Yeah. There's something to just toss on R&D. Let's toss Anthill over here and draw a card. Hammer. Okay, okay. Starting to find the ice. And now the measured response is live, so they have to be really careful about when and where they run, because I can potentially just murder them any turn they run if they don't have their money up.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to kick back and make money for a little bit here.
I didn't realize that Netrunner has a pointed Eternal format as well.
Yeah, it's not like a super popular format, but there's definitely... one of the people in our local area actually was the like champion of the big like league they did of that last year.
Oh, okay.
Let's just toss this over here as a gear check.
I sometimes wonder, like,
maybe you should have put it there. Would
a Netrunner singleton format work?
Maybe. Oof, this might just end the game. This has not been a good game.
Transfer of wealth.
I played 2 or 3 games of Bangoon on stream a few weeks ago. I played this one, and they all were terrible showings. Like, no, I've got a decent win rate with this deck. It's a good deck, I promise. It's at least a passable deck, but it really, this deck gets performance anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the cards.
Yeah.
Part of the cards.
Let's try a runner game here. Hold on, I didn't change the
Oh, Chimera is the singleton format.
Okay.
It's sealed though not constructed.
Gotcha.
Okay. Huh.
Oh wait, swap sides to runner.
Time for Seb.
Yeah, thinking about stuff to try. I feel like it's been a while since I've done anything with Shaper, so that's kind of where I'm leaning on runner side. Corp. NBN is just, I don't really like Nebula or Epiphany. They're not really my speed. I think Nebula is just not that good, honestly.
Yeah.
Nebula is like a very swingy ID, and I think when it wins, it feels disgusting, but I just don't think it has like the consistency. And Epiphany is just like all asset spam all the time, and that's just not how I like to play usually.
Yeah, that is not.
I'm like,
why, as much as I want to love NBN, like I've always steered clear of them because they really love doing that shit.
I generally like NBN Fast Advance, which in theory that's what Nebula is there for. It just, again, I don't really. I'm not. There's a lot of people that have like very strong negative feelings about Nebula, and I'm like, I don't know. What if you simply beat them?
Also, like for Fast Advance, I usually have always been more of a
HB
pause Bioroy kind of girl.
I have like a mild bias against HB just because it's extremely popular among the folks I play with IRL. So I'm like, there's enough HB in my corner of the world. I will leave HB to other people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be a problem with Netrunner drafting, is that you have to draft both, 2 decks. Yeah. Yeah, like draft in Magic is probably my favorite format.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, it's also the format I'm the worst at because I'm not a good deck builder. I'm kind of bad at it.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, and I'm also bad at like I think deck building just from scratch with all the time in the world is already tricky. And deck build, like making the call of like, well, these are the cards I'm seeing on the first round of the draft. So, okay, this is what I should build towards. And then, oh, the second round I got nothing that would contribute towards the game plan I decided on the first time. How do I pivot? I have no brain for that kind of thinking.
Yeah, I'm not a particularly good deck constructor. I'm a decent pilot. But yeah, draft is one I've never been particularly skilled at, even though it is like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. I think one of the other like off meta things they're doing is just everybody gets a randomized deck. Just here's a deck of random cards that you don't get to look at until the tournament starts. Oh, same person. Oh, Nebula. They heard me talking shit about Nebula. Now I'm going to embarrass myself after saying all of that. This hand has no money in it. I do like that it's got Audrey and Gourmand, but I think I'm going to be poor.
Okay, Milnomi says that Chimera is that draft format.
Gotcha.
Chimera Cube is random cards and stuff.
This is not like a fantastic... Pinhole kind of doesn't matter against Nebula because they're... I don't know, I have seen some Nebulas start bothering to put anything down on the table lately, but as a rule, that's not really Nebula's deal. Yeah, this is like not a fantastic start.
Yeah, they already iced up R&D and HQ.
Yeah, I don't know if, the Nebula's deal is that when they play an operation, at the end of their turn, they get a credit and get to flip their ID over. And while they're on this side, when they play an operation, they get a click back. And the only way for them to flip over is for me to make a successful run on HQ or R&D. So that's why effectively everything.
Yeah, so effectively they're always getting like 4 clicks in a turn.
Unless I can run them down, yeah. Not loving what I'm drawing. Alright, Gachapon will help next turn. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna pop one of these.
Okay.
Get that down.
So, what are you worried that ice is going to be?
Well, I would guess probably just a ping, which will tag me and end the run. I don't necessarily, in theory, I like getting tagged as Seb. I'm more concerned about just getting walled out.
Yeah.
But yeah, arguably, I should have just done some face checks here and made them flip stuff. They've got a lot of money now, so they can kind of do whatever they feel like.
Yeah, because I was wondering why you weren't, poking a little bit.
Yeah, I honestly I should have been. Let's put back Praxis, Hannah, and Solidarity Badge. All right. Yeah, we may as well make them spend some money at the very least. That's the chest foe. Okay. That's also makes a lot of sense. So I lose money. Okay. That's not a bad draw. That's not a bad draw if I can get things that can use it. These pinholes are just... That is a new change for this deck. It's like I'm sick of not having ways to break into well-guarded remotes. I need pinhole threading. And then I get matched into a game where it is a completely dead draw, and I draw both of them in the opening hand.
Yeah, yeah. Pinhole is one of those cards where it felt like it was in literally every runner deck.
Yeah, it's pretty critical. If you can... It is a real hard argument to not make room for it. Yeah, this is so far really not going well. If I can get a shit... Ooh, okay, there are Ice and Archives. Okay. Okay. I can start to... I can at least flip them now, so that's good. Let's see. That is going to be necessary. Then... Okay, we don't have time to get both of these guys down. Yeah, I think we go ahead and just do this, then do this. Okay. Trash the ice with crew.
Is there R&D ice?
It was an end pot. Oh, and I hit another end pot off the top. Alright. Okay, Solidarity Badge. I can get a Manwensis and Manuel down next turn. I can start playing Netrunner now.
Nice.
Maybe. They just re-iced. I'm gonna need to get through that now. Would love like a Breaker. That might be fun. I think all I can really do here is set up next turn.
How dare you ask for useful things?
Another crew would be nice. Okay, yep, they're starting to glacier up here.
Milnomi's asking, is this Aubrey or real breakers?
It's Audrey, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and speak of the devil, there she is. Now, unfortunately...
Hi, Emerald.
Oh, hey, how's it going? How am I going to get any counters on Audrey? Is the thing. That is what can suck about using Audrey. If you don't get her fast, then they turtle up, and Nebula loves to turtle up, so it gets a little dicey to get in.
This is interesting to see from NBN. I'm not used to NBN going Glacier.
Well, the idea is they go Glacier because they are just drawing for agendas that they can fast advance out. So as long as they can keep me from touching their centrals, they just win.
Yeah.
I only get one more click this turn.
Emerald says, pretty good playing Kingdom Hearts. How's Netrunner?
So far, Netrunner
currently a struggle.
I'm getting a little I'm sort of paying for my hubris a little bit right now. Okay.
Luke's opponents are really making him work for it.
They are. Depending on what that is on Archives, crew might be helpful here. because then I can use Eru to run archives and get into R&D, which doesn't flip them because it's not a successful run on R&D, but it does put pressure on them, and they can't just Yemalang it up. So that'd be... What is that? Is that... What would they put on R&D? I don't think it would be like a Maze Amusements. Something like Manic Arm would be weird when they already have it iced up well. I don't know. That's an odd one.
Ray says, this game requires such a big brain, I don't know how you handle it.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Okay. We can make something happen here. Put down Devil Charm, play Eru, use Eru to take a tag and run archives. I took the tag, which lets me install Crew with Seb. Run. You presumably res. Mess and Chesvo again. Hell yes. Crew Charm it. Dead. Breach. What do we got? Kill some ice. That gets Audrey a counter. Some more ice. Okay. Oh, it's a ganked. Oh, but there's nothing for you to hit with it. Hell yes. All right. That's great. That went about as well as it possibly could have.
Nice.
Okay. This game's not over before it started, at least. Doubt they purge virus counters because I can just get more back with Eru. They probably kill Eru here, right? That'd be my guess. I don't think they have the money to... Well, okay, they're just going to push. Okay. That's fair. Okay. So, that's a problem. They are going to try to just win before I can get any use out of what I've done here. Okay. Not terrible, but I have no money is a concern. I can see 3 cards off R&D. They don't have the money to score something out. So that's going to be their priority, just making money. Let's take 1 credit, run with Manuel. So now I get to see 3. Oh, there's their money. There's more money. Shit.
Ooh.
Okay, so I don't think they can do anything to win this turn, but they can definitely win next the turn after that.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me.
Milnomi says they can score a 3x with the remastered counter.
Can they? I guess they could. You're right. You install advance, remastered. Yeah, win. Yeah, no, you're totally right. They don't even need Gemalang to pull that off. That's not ideal. Let's go ahead and run HQ. Flip them at least. Okay, letting that go. Oh, 2 cards trash. Yeah, I mean, sure. Okay. So unless they had yet another agenda in hand, I'm safe. I could just run it back again. I've got a ton of cards. I'm going to have to throw cards away anyway. That might be the play.
Yeah.
That might be the play, yeah. Do my best to guarantee that they don't have something to score. Buffer. This game is going too fast for buffer drive to matter. We don't need both prices. Ping again. Oh! Caught your ass. Okay. Now, if they've got yet another agenda in there, we're still screwed.
Holy cow, this has been a good turn for you.
Yeah. I've turned this around.
Goddamn.
We've used up 2 double charms. I don't think the chisel's going to come into play much. Sense. That all makes a lot of sense. All right. 11 credits is a lot of money, but it's not like all the money in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Now, they could have drawn into another
Yeah,
ice,
they
but the
drew
only ice we
three,
saw was
so it's not
ping.
impossible. Yeah.
The only ice we've seen though is ping, which is easy to kill with the crew. So I think we just do an airy run, right? That's probably correct. Okay, yeah, I like that with Gourmand. And then if we get through here, we can do another HQ run. Yep, okay, it's the ping, like we thought. So encounter. Kill it. Kill that. And steal. Okay, okay. Now, unfortunately, they do have enough money to res this now, whatever it is. It might be the third Messnet Chesvo. I don't know what it is. And we have too many tags. And only
Wow, that's a lot of tags. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to kill me. They might be trying to kill me as like a backup plan, but I don't. No, they spent all their influence on nano managements, so they're not going to kill me. They could.
Yeah, they probably don't have any Wayland kill cards. Yeah.
They could do, what do you call it? Shipment from Vladisibirsk, which lets them fast advance an agenda if I've got 2 or more tags. But what do you want from me?
Play only if the runner has at least 2 tags. Place a total of 4 advancement counters on installed cards you can advance. Like, yeah, I guess theoretically, but
I don't think that's their game plan.
Yeah, that would seem pretty situational. To rely on that.
Yeah, you put that in like a tag hell deck to slip past, or like IP enforcement's another one you can do with that.
Yeah.
Although that's less popular. I think let's just run R&D to force them to spend money defending R&D. Because I'll see, what, 1 unique card if I do this? Ping. Well, that's not that much money, and it's my only Audrey counter. I think... Ooh. Do we save the Audrey counter or don't we? We're not going to get the tags down to Praxis, so I think we should just bounce. I don't like it. I was hoping there would be something a little more expensive on R&D.
Yeah.
Or something porous that I could just, like, tank, like
Yeah.
Unsmiling Serevna or something, and then force them to res both pieces of ice to keep me out. But so choose not to be. Alright, well, they don't just have the win in hand if they're doing Spin Doctor crap, so that's heartening.
Yeah.
Icing up, okay. Double icing, okay.
They really don't want you getting back into archives.
I mean, it makes sense. If I aero, I could very easily win the game.
Yeah.
So I think the trick here is just going to be trying to hit them from multiple angles and hope that I can afford to keep hitting them from every angle, and they can't afford to stop me.
Yeah.
So let's start with this and see if we can force a res.
The ice going to be...
Yeah, I think if they don't have an agenda in hand, they don't bother resing that. Now, I can get through this, but... Yeah, Boy, I've used up all the crews. Ashen and Buffer Driver dead. So I think I'm going to get locked out here. I don't think it's worth doing this run. I don't really need the money at this stage. And if they didn't res that, then either they have no agendas in hand, or they are bluffing really hard that they have no agendas in hand, and I might just fall
Yeah.
for it. uh, so I think I jack out here because I only get one break here. Let's do this. Another ping. How many end pots have they gone through? They must have spun.
Is that their
back.
third ping?
That is their third ping. Yeah, because the third one's the trash. Yeah.
It's all of them.
Yeah, but they might have an end pot behind it, which is no good for me. We also have a Messna Chesvo unaccounted for. And they would put an ETR over here. They're not going to put like a Serevna.
Yeah.
So the question really is, I probably can't get in either way. Honestly, I think... Where am I at? I've got one Chisel left, which might not... Oh, and I've got Botulus left, so if I make the right draws, I might be in this game still.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some strength with this to draw. Didn't draw anything I cared about. I can maybe hit it with the price. Okay. I think I bounce off this. Yeah. And I maybe should have done this in a different order if I thought this line through more. But if I bounce here, there are 2 Botuluses left in 9 cards. Did not mean to click that. Which gives me pretty good odds of hitting one with the price. I can slap Botulus onto ping, run, break ping with Botulus, use Audrey to break there, see 2 cards off R&D, flip them. They'll spend money defending, and I've got solid odds of hitting an agenda and winning. So I think that's the play, and we'll see if that pans out. We got the Botulus, okay.
Melanomi says, I would be happy to bankrupt them. End pot puts them at 2.
That is true, but like you pointed out, 2 credits is enough for them to win the game if they've got another embedded reporting. So
yeah,
getting them down to 2 credits is kind of not good enough. Let's run here. And this will hopefully also bankrupt them. So either way. I guess, I can't get through an pot, can I? Yeah, I would need 2 Oh, no action, no res. Oh, I think they have the win in hand. Didn't matter, baby.
Oh, you pull it from the top?
Never punished.
Hell yeah. They should have res that ice.
Yeah, they should have. Oh, man.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get some soup that my roommate so kindly made. I will be back momentarily.
All right. All right. Yeah, that, oh, I'm smiling. Okay, I kind of thought that might be what it is. Anyway, yeah, so clearly... Oh, they didn't. Okay. I thought they did. Well, that is... yeah, clearly pay no attention to the fact that I was on the back foot that entire game and came within inches of losing and looking really stupid. Clearly, I'm right. I won a single game against Nebula, and therefore Nebula's... If God wanted you to win, he'd just put the agenda on top of the deck. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna sneak one more Bangun in while Iris is away because I'm an addict. And I want just one good Bangun game on stream, damn it. I have not felt great. I started getting like stomach cramps last night, and they have really not gone away. It's been like 24 hours now. Oh, good. I want to see the jank ID. Yeah, it was janking last time. It was it's hard to show off the ID when you draw 4 out of the 5 3-pointers. I also hope I feel better. I don't like having a stomach ache. I took some Pepto right before we started. That seems like it helped.
All right, I've returned with a vegetable and matzo ball soup.
I'm sneaking in one more Bangoon game before we do some deck building. 2 a.m. going back for more Bangoon. Oh, wait, I didn't put the stream notification on here. I should do that.
Sorry, Emily. I would give you some soup if I could, but...
No. I think creating totally new decks will also help as far as streaming, because I have played both of these decks so much that I'm just like, yeah, you do this and this and this. I'm worried I'm not, I think we have at least a couple people in chat that don't really play Netrunner, and I don't know if I'm doing a good enough job of like explaining what's going on in the game.
Streaming card games is hard like that.
It is definitely. I watch Metropole Grid every week. He streams Netrunner on Thursdays. Really great stream. I recommend anybody that likes Netrunner check it out. I definitely have a lot of like newfound respect for how good he is at talking through what he's doing after trying it myself. Yeah, he's got some solid production quality too. Yeah. It's if you like Netrunner and like watching people play it, it's basically the best place to go to.
But on this stream, they get to listen to Luke.
Yeah.
And we all love Luke.
Giant Llama of Verisimilitude. I don't understand anything about Netrunner, and I can't follow it at all. I'm just vibing. That's valid.
Yeah, also like Netrunner specifically can be a tricky one, I feel like, to stream, just because a lot of the game, from my experience, is not necessarily what you can see, but rather what you're pretty sure your opponent is doing.
It's very, and I mean, I think every card game has this to an extent, right? Of like, part of how you win is, especially if you're playing like a format with like a closed deck list, you have to figure out what your opponent's win con is as fast as possible. Like, these are the cards I can expect them to play in the order they're going to try and play them, and like suss that out and figure out how to counter it as quick as you can, And I think it's one of the reasons Ayuko is such a strong ID. Like, it's just good overall, but it is also a case of like a lot of IDs, you see the ID they're playing, you're like, okay, I could probably guess 30 to 40 cards in that deck. I know basically every move you're going to make this game. Ayuko, you can do so many different strategies out of it, because at the end of the day, it's an ID that just lets you draw cards, and that's always good. So it can be a little harder to like, figure out this is the version of Ayuko that I'm fighting against, and this is what I need to think about.
Yeah. Melnomi is offering to fight you.
Yeah, by all means. Yeah, anyone's welcome to. This is an open invite. Goes without saying, turn the stream off while we're playing, but I don't think that needs to be said. Or don't cheat, I don't care. Yeah, it seems a little slower on JNet tonight than normal. It's usually, you find games a little faster.
I'm also noticing there are fewer active games than I'm used to seeing whenever
Yeah.
I would just poke around on JNet.
Oh, this is not you? Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh
Melanomi.
yeah, Milanomi just missed it.
I saw you said you're joining, then someone joined, I assumed. This is a weird opening, but it's not necessarily a bad opening. Let's do it. And now I'm gonna get transferred to Welft again out of another faction. You know what? Let's play a little safer because I like seeing Winchester. And we can do agenda bullshit next turn. All right.
Who is this shaper that you're facing?
This is Dow. He's the system gateway shaper. Anytime one of us scores an agenda, he can pick 2 of my pieces of ice and swap them.
Right, that asshole.
Yeah, that asshole. Do I do this conservative or do I do this spicy? I should probably, if I, yeah, I should do it conservative. So let's do you. Next turn, score out the Eminent, slap a Biowak on. I mean, probably on R&D, although putting it on server 1 would give me a real strong scoring server.
Ray is asking what your game plan for this ID is. Are you trying to flatline them?
I am trying to basically fork them where I can either score out or flatline them. Yep. And oh, right, you're gonna get to swap this with something, right? So maybe I don't go for Biowak here. Do I go for something? Well, I mean, Biowak's wherever they put it, it's a problem. Like, I don't really want it on HQ, but that's not a bad thing to have it on HQ. I'm more worried about Winchester leaving HQ, but it's Dow. That's just gonna happen. Let's grab Biowak and let's just put him on R&D. Basically tempo, yeah, very much so. It's like I want to score out, but if you start getting ahead of me, I can pivot to killing you. You know, that's kind of the idea, which is a pretty common Wayland game plan. Okay, it's gonna be a while before Echelon can really break Biowak for any reasonable amount of money, so I'm happy to see that as your killer. You might have a revolver in here as a backup, though, which is what it is. Between Biowak and Winchester, we can tax revolver pretty fast.
Ah, yes, Estrelon, a very straightforward and honest breaker.
Yeah. It's cost them a buttload of money here, so they're just going to let it fire. It'll cost less money to beat the traces, probably. And the hardware they don't care about right now. They don't have any hardware installed. Yeah, especially with Cleaver gone, Echelon is kind of easily the most popular system gateway breaker. Like, Unity sees play, but... let's get back on Angelique. Because you getting a basalt off the top of R&D has made me grumpy. Let's just slap you here and credit up. Yeah, Cleaver got banned. It's just too...
Yeah, it's just too good.
It's too hard. They kind of talked about it when they banned it. It is too hard to print mid-range barriers that, like, either they can frustrate Cleaver and be way too strong for every other breaker in the game, or they can not frustrate Cleaver, in which case you simply Cleaver them, you know?
Yeah, like every like fair barrier
Yeah.
basically just melted to Cleaver.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a viable situation to keep around.
Oh. Wait. If I let you in, I just win. Yeah, come on in, buddy. Continue the run. Okay. You the boss. I mean, I guess they might have a steel skin in hand. I don't know that they don't. Oh, yeah, okay. I think they were unhappy about that one. Well,
Oh, they didn't even GG you.
Now what I will grant is that perhaps the win rate on this deck is slightly inflated, because sometimes people don't respect Angelique, and that just happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, it's their own fault for going in blind with only 3 cards in hand against a Wayland. So
Sure, but I'm just saying, I think people they're, if you have more experienced players that know how to do that, maybe the win rate of this deck goes down a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, like that time I faced you and I, like an idiot, just went face first into a snare kill.
Yeah. I'm gonna what if I take this down while I type in my password to Netrunner DB? All right. So yeah, let's look at corpse here. What can I do? Like I said, I'm kind
why
of...
did your... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, because I don't think there was any way to, like, oh, he's typing his password on stream, but
yeah,
it's better safe than sorry. Like I said, I'm a little on HB just because it's really common where I live. Honestly,
okay. What if you did a Jinteki?
Yeah, Jinteki's kind of calling to me. So Atea is really hard to build anything that works. I would believe you if you said, like, just nobody's figured out Atea yet. But I don't think I'm figuring out Atea. It's really difficult. Just in theory, its ability is so strong. You only get 2 remote servers, but anytime you install something in, or the first time each turn you install something in one of them, you get to install something on the other one for free. And so you can just build up 2 really strong servers. But the problem you run into with it is just the card draw necessary to get that much utility out of Atea while also defending your central servers just kind of gets to be untenable. And like I said, if you told me that there are people out there that could crack that nut and find out how to make it sing, kind of like what happened with Epiphany, right? Where everyone thought Epiphany was bad until all of a sudden it wins Worlds. I would buy that. I just don't think I'm big-brained enough to solve that problem.
What about Hyobu? How are you feeling about Hyobu?
Pretty bad. I think that might be the single worst corp in the entire card pool right now. The first time each turn you reveal a card, gain a credit. Click to reveal a card from the grip at random or the top of the stack. That's just not that strong of an ability, is the thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if, like, there was something you could exploit with that, but...
There are a couple things. What's it called? Public Health Portal is kind of a Hyobu support card. When turn begins, reveal the top card of R&D and gain 2, so it becomes a gain 3 off of Hyobu, but again, that's not exactly setting the world on fire, and it's gonna just get shot down. Like, just use Anthill. It does the same thing and gives you cards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinteki Restoring Humanity?
Restoring Humanity is maybe one worth thinking about. How do I go back?
Because it seems like, if you play it right, it could get you some...
yeah, RH definitely is going. Like a real... Like, there are good RH decks out there.
Also, it's one of the very rare 40-point win decks or 40 card
Yeah,
decks, I should
all the
say.
system gateway IDs only need 40 cards,
Yeah.
which is a fun way to make like the like it both makes it slightly easier for new players, but also gives them like a unique edge to like keep using them. I think that I could say a lot of good things about the design of System Gateway. I think they knocked that out of the fucking park when they made that set.
Yeah, I mean when we were playing the startup format
Yeah.
in the Discord, like that was a pretty fun format, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we take a crack at RH? I have not played RH before, but I've played against it a fair amount, and I'm usually like, oh, I kind of like what you're doing over there.
Monomi says RH is generally the home of Regenesis.
Regenesis would make a lot of sense out of RH. So if you don't know, I think we just were looking at, but RH's ability is just if I have anything face down in my archives, I get a credit at the end of my turn. Regenesis, where is it? Here it is. Whenever I score it, if I haven't discarded anything this turn, I can reveal a face down agenda and just add it to my score area for free. So if, say, I have a Fuji asset retrieval in archives and score a Regenesis, I get 4 points off of 3 advancements. It's very strong, and because of my ID, I'm already incentivized to guard archives and keep things flip face down. So they kind of are natural partners for each other, like Milanomi was saying. I think yeah, so if we want to play with Regenesis, which I'm down for, I like Regenesis. I feel like Ayuko, also really good for Regenesis, just because you're milling so much stuff, and the runner's not going to check archives every damn turn. I think we definitely want 3 Fujis. I think that's kind of just a given. The other way to do it is because this is a smaller deck limit, you only need 18 points of agendas. So we can just do 3 Fujis and 3 like send a messages and only have 6 agendas in the whole deck, which makes it hard for the runner to find them out of like R&D. That's kind of the other, and then you just do kind of a big glacier build. Send a message lets you res ice for free, so you can just build up and build up. That I feel like that tends to be how I see RH get played. But I'm down to try something with Regenesis here. Let's grab 3 Regenesises. And then, 3 Spin Doctors? Or not 3, 3 Send Messages, rather. Here we go. That is 9 agendas in 44 cards. So that's 1 in 5? That's not awful. That's workable. We'll give this a shot. Why not? If it blows up in our face, we can always...
You have too many agenda points.
Do I? Oh, I counted bad.
Yeah.
Right. It would be 2 send a message. Yes. There we go. Alright. So we want some Anoetic Voids. They defend our agendas. Hedge Fund, Spin Doctor, pretty automatic. Spin Doctor's a little less automatic in Jinteki just because Moonpool does something similar. We might end up wanting both. Seamless Launch, not horrible. Let's look at... So, we want to build a strong remote, score out a Regenesis, flip a Fuji from archives. That's the game plan here. So that's going to mean we need a lot of ice.
Milnomi says consider Hansei versus Hedge.
Yeah, that does make sense. So I'm going to put both in here for now, but yeah, I think we cut... When we're at the cut cards phase, we would cut a Hedge Fund before we cut Hansei. I think you're right, because that feeds archives. But for now, I like having money. We can see about having both of them. So what do we got in terms of big ice? Boto's kind of an obvious include. Kind of just helps everything we want to do here. What else? Sumoxamoon. Well, they banned one of the AI breakers, which makes Sumoxamoon a little weaker. Tatubola is a pretty obvious include here. I think they're like 1 Sumoxamoon in. We've got nothing but barriers. We should look at other types of ice. I mean, Saisentan is just always fun to throw at a guy. It doesn't, like, exactly keep you out, but if you know, run into it, I can just win off of a bad face check. Um,
A lot of net damage.
it can do up to 6 net damage. So yeah, let's toss 2 in there. Why not? Cloud Eater is kind of fun when we have send a message, so we don't have to res it for 10. But if we don't, the other problem with it though is that like it pops when you res it during a run, and send a message necessarily means you're not resing it during a run. So I don't think it really combos that well. Empiricist is not bad. Oh, where's Vampirinasa? We should have some Vampirinasas in here. What else? Could try an Empiricist. Just for fun. We're already up to 32 cards. We need money. And we haven't spent any of our influence. Are there ways to make use of both of those?
Oh, hey, Veldrin.
Hey, man, how's it going? Humanoid resource
we are
cost 2.
Currently, well, I say we, but Luke is currently brainstorming a new deck to try running, so he's not just bang gunning all day.
And then we could just throw some snares in here. It's fun to snare people. Or
bites. Sure is.
People, here's the thing. You listen to like a lot of high-level Netrunner players talk about ambushes like Bite, and they will talk about them like, that's not the kind of Netrunner I like. That's not, it's just kind of a gotcha. Like, yeah, but it's a counter against like heavy multi-axis strategies. I don't know. I feel like it's a totally valid part of the game. I think it's stronger than it tends. I think because a lot of people don't like it, it gets like undervalued. But then you look at Worlds this year and Worlds last year, the second place Corp deck both had Bite in it, or Snare.
Also,
they're
like,
the same card, but
isn't Netrunner in general about gotchas? Like,
yeah. I think people like the idea of playing like the mental chess game of like making you spend money here and there and whatever. And the idea that like, oh, I played all of this right to get a big multi-axis on R&D, and I got punished for playing good. But like, to me, I think having that spice in there to make you factor in traps into like your costs, like your risk benefit analysis is a pretty important part of the game. And I get a little crabby when people dump on like traps.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too deterministic.
Yeah, well, and I think that's what a certain type of high-level player likes, is that it's deterministic, Okay, we still... How much influence are we at? We got 6 points left. I mean, Seamless Launch is never bad. Manic Arms. We should have... Why don't we grab 2 Manic Arms? Okay, and that gets us to... So we got room for 1 more card. I have no idea if this is any good or not, by the way. We will see. I'm worried. Well, we got 3 Charlottes, 3 Hansei, 3 Hedge. That's not no money. Oh, and the humanoids are also money. We only have 12 ice. We maybe want a little bit more ice. What's 1 more ice we can chuck in here?
Big snake.
I'll throw the big snake in just for you.
Thank you.
I'm not a big believer in the snake, but it's a big honking monster. I get it.
Yeah. Easy cut if it doesn't work out, but give the snake a shot.
Ryan RH. Very creative deck name. All right, let's copy that in, and we'll give this a shot. See how it goes.
Mira also agrees, big snake.
I can't believe it. And
Onomi commenting on snares and stuff. Traps are in that awkward spot where usually trying explicitly to cause a gotcha at high level doesn't work, and it takes up precious deck space. So the table snare is a meme. But having the random consequence happen is such a good thing for the game. Getting the tiny edge out of the people not respecting everything can do so much.
Yeah, well, and again, I do got to point to the second place, the person that lost only to the world champion this year and last year, both played Snare in their deck. I think maybe
Yeah.
Snare is pretty solid.
Yeah, Snare has always been good.
And yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, it's not a good fit for every deck. Uh, but especially, again, say with Bangoon, I've got 2 snares in there because Bangoon is famously weak to central pressure. And you know what's a counter for weak central pressure is traps. Alright. Oh, I forgot to say that. Ooh, Phoenix. Alright. Okay.
Who's this guy?
I
First
see.
time each turn a run becomes successful after a subroutine resolved during the run. Gain 1 credit and the corp trashes 1 card from HQ. Oh, interesting.
Is this workable as a turn 1?
Semi-mill.
It is, but it's... Yeah, we're gonna try it just because we just slapped this deck together. I don't know what a better looking hand would be. You know, obviously hedge funds are always nice to see, but...
Yeah.
So we do that. We do that. And... do that. Yeah, Phoenix, kind of the Bangoon of the runners, the elevation runner that everyone's like, oh, they suck though. They're very cool though, and I'm looking forward to someone making them work sometime. I think they need more cards. I do think they're just short on, like the support they need. Especially the best support they had was a card that got banned, which is no good for them.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't have to reset the start of turn. It's all right. Okay, so let's install you, play you. I maybe shouldn't have done Charlotte here because they're just gonna check archives immediately to keep me from
Yeah.
getting money. So I need to get archives defended before I do a push here. That's okay. She's not advanced, so she doesn't really do anything. Yeah, this is maybe the wrong call. Lessons learned. All right, let's...
I know it's just because of how this deck works, but it is weird seeing an undefended R&D.
Yeah, I mean, you know, ideally I would defend R&D. I've only drawn 3 pieces of ice, and yeah, archives is kind of more important for this game plan than R&D. Especially when I have this many agendas in hand already. Like, the density in R&D is going to be a little lower. It's a little less critical.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're not threatening any multi-axis right now, so I'm not, like, in a rush.
Yeah, it's not like you're facing a Shaper.
Yeah.
Who you probably would have to worry about.
Yep. Alright. Yes. Let's draw. Install. Credit. Discard. They seem like they are struggling to find a breaker, which is good news for me.
Yeah. A lot of cards on the board, but
Now they are threatening multi-axis now, but again, I'm relatively safe here.
yeah.
And now we do a little bit of this. Wha-bam. Okay. Yeah, if they ever do find a breaker, they've got a ton of money, which is going to be a problem.
Yeah. 13 credits.
Interesting. Okay. And I guess if they want to get through at all costs, which I guess they do have to.
Yeah, they gotta try.
They're definitely not happy about burning a botchless on that. God. That is, hey, I know I was defending bite. The downside is sometimes you draw them when you're trying to draw something that will do something.
Yeah, yeah.
That's simply the price you pay.
Oh, hey, that's what the spin doctors are for, right?
Yep. Table snare, you know what? No, yeah, you make a fair point. Dropping a table snare might not have been a bad idea there. Ugh, just Dushka. Wait, do I? Oh, no, you've got Hantu. Okay. That's fine. Oh, right, I have to try. Oh, that's why you let the one Sisenton fire, because now I'm really up shit creek. Okay, well.
What happened?
They ran. They could have fully broken Sisenton, but they let one of them fire on purpose to trigger Ryo's ability, which gets the money and makes me discard, and they're playing Chashtushka, which makes me discard up to 4 cards from HQ, and whatever I don't discard gets trashed off of R&D.
Okay.
So it's a rough time. They're kind of milling me. I kind of want all of this is the problem, so I think I'm gonna. Oh, okay, that's fine. Grab back the send a message and the manic arm.
It's got the skunk works and one of the snares back in there.
Yep. Right here, that makes sense. It's a reliable, pretty cheap way to trigger Rio's ability. You can drop one of these. No good. Oh well. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. And let's do that.
Putting the dolphin in play.
Putting the dang weird mutant dolphin in play.
Trace Vector, it's time.
Yep, you're just going to keep doing this, which makes sense. My bad. Alright. Just got trash. Sisonton's clearly not that good in this matchup. Okay. See how this goes.
A wall of 3 breakers, ice to get through.
Yeah, and they don't have any fractures yet, so if they don't draw it, I can just win. But
he drew so many cards.
They've drawn a lot of cards. They know they need this.
Yeah.
If they don't score this, I win. Period. So
yeah.
Or I guess they can try to win off centrals, but on one point, that's not really a viable approach.
They'd have to get extremely lucky.
Yeah. I think they just got screwed by RNG here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this doesn't get it done for them. In fact, I don't even have to res this. I can just res the Tatu Bola. Unless... Oh, wait a second. Oh, I'm a dummy.
What?
I missed... well... I made the call.
Because I was going to say, I mean, if you can afford it, you probably should res the dolphin anyway.
I should have. I didn't think about how they can simul chip to get the Botulus over to it. I goofed it really hard there. Yeah, I could have won this turn, and I goofed it. Absolute misplay on my part. Judge one of the tattoos. Okay. Yeah, this was a silly thing to have done. But of course, did they lose something important? Oh, they lost. They got a break. Well, Hantu's getting their job done.
But of course.
But of course. let's advance this and because they're gonna want. They don't have a decoder anyway, and Vamp and Noetic costs 2 credits and 2. Well, never mind. It doesn't matter what it does because now they have Buzzsaw down.
Oh no.
It's not that big of a deal. I got nothing over here right now. Do I do this just to... Oh, the Tatsu. Yeah. Like, they can burn that Simul chip if they really want to, but I doubt they do. Huh? Okay, they are. Oh, they dropped a leech. Ooh, that might be really good for me, actually. Because that means that Buzzsaw now bricks us for a bajillion credits. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless they maybe have another one handy or something, but... yeah. I'm down to do damage to you.
Yeah, they really do think the winners aren't in archives, I guess.
Or they're just trying to flip this, or yeah, maybe they suspected I had another Fuji cooking in here. It's not a
unfortunate.
What do we want to get rid of? Let's get rid of Tatu. Still have not seen a fracture out of them. So if I can get an agenda down, they might have not enough time to do anything about it. I don't really want to spend this money, but it's... Oh, the twinning charge up I have to, and it might not matter. They might just win off of this. Yeah, this might be just fine for them. Yeah, this pretty good chance. Yep, there it is. Yep, that was just a full misplay on my part. But you know what? That went pretty well until I completely misplayed. So
yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, I don't hate this by any means. We can try one more. I'll admit, my stomach is not holding up great, so I might have to cut this earlier than I wanted to. Might have to try figuring out a runner deck next week. Whew. There's Milanomi.
Hey.
Alright, what do we think about this? I think it's bad. I think it's money, which is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna mull this. Ugh. Oh, boy. Now, we put ice in here, right? I remember putting ice in here.
Yeah, there should theoretically be ice in there somewhere.
Interesting. You sure?
I
guess. There's no good choices here.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Nothing in archives anymore.
Still no ice. Wait, what? No, I did not mean to gain it. Oh. Oh my god. Iris. Iris,
What?
look what you've done. Look what you've
What?
done to me.
What?
I
What'd
I finally draw an ice, and what is it?
It's cloudy.
Unbelievable.
Just put it down and get some money.
Mm-hmm.
See what the problem
Uh-huh.
is. I mean, surely she couldn't think that the very first ice you put down is a Cloud Eater. Maybe she'll just face check it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Better not be any agendas on the top, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See, you got another ice.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. It's
Uh-huh.
totally cool.
You know, if I res both of these pieces of ice, I have $0.
Sure, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you res full both pieces of ice, then she'll be taking you'll be trashing one installed runner card
Yeah.
unless she takes 2 tags and 3 net damage.
Uh-huh.
Or 3 net damage, you know. Then she has to go through all the subroutines.
She does, that's true. Would have loved.
Extremely lucky on that HQ peak.
Yeah, I did kind of look up there. I don't have an operation, unfortunately, but that's okay. Who really needs ice anyway? If you just run your corp on the up and up with nothing to hide, you don't have to worry about people poking around your network anyway.
I mean, there are there are identities that run like that.
There are. Now here's the thing. Traditionally, I could win the game here if I guess right.
Yeah.
It depends on what she has in her hand, but with Anarch and Criminal, you pretty much always just guess event here, because they have a lot of events. Shaper has fewer events. They've got hardware, they've got programs, they've got... Oh, go ahead. Oh, it doesn't matter. They've got a Physarum Entangler, so that's fine. So I don't need to worry about it. They're gonna...
Okay.
Bypass it regardless. I forgot which ID I was fighting against. Hush. Okay, that also makes sense. So I don't get to do the bonus damage. I just do 3 damage raw, which I'm also fine with.
Yeah, I mean, that's still 3 discards.
And they're still going to not get in for all that, so... Trash this and this. Interesting. Wonder what that's for.
What does that virus do again? Remind me. Does it?
Chromatophores makes it so that the ice it's attached to is considered to be every type of ice.
Oh right, yeah. So you can break it with anything
Yeah,
theoretically.
yeah.
Yeah. God, I love that art.
It's really good. I would love this on a playmat.
Yeah.
You can have a Fuji. I'll do a few damage to you. That's fine.
Yeah, I bet. I bet problematic.
You have Game Dragon. You don't have any icebreaker to stick it on, huh? That's a shame. This would be pretty. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we do this. It's gonna be so funny if she hits a snare here. I would have liked if the funny thing had happened personally.
Yeah. I mean, we all want things.
That's so true. Yeah, if she can get her draw up, she's pretty well set up over there. But she just needs actual things to break ice with. All right, let's draw. Advance and install. You'll probably just run and trash this, but that's a click you wasted, and you might not. You might assume it's a backup Spin Doctor, so.
Yeah.
Because Humanoid's such a precious card. Why would I ever... Oh, well, I'm doing that. Let's grab a Humanoid back since I'm sacrificing the other Humanoid.
Oh, no.
Nothing in the hand anymore. Very sorry to tell you. All right, now we're cooking.
Hell yeah.
What else do we want to install? Let's just give you a harder time here. And then Hansi Review to dump the Fuji. And now I'm set up to win this turn. You certainly could do it, but 9 credits and no breakers showing makes it pretty dicey. And honestly, you know, obviously she doesn't know this. Her best bet's probably just to face check the stupid Cloud Eater and steal the Fuji. Which is what she's going to end up doing here. Have fun with that one. We got to res the big snake. You know, hey, hard to be too mad about that. We got to
We love the big snake.
The big snake has been face checked. It's gonna do maximal damage here. So 3 damage, trash, uninstalled memory card, and yeah, the tags don't matter so much. Choose an install card to trash. Let's kill Q Loop. And then I assume you take 2 more tags. Yep. But she's also on 6 points, which ain't great. What did we hit over here? Yeah. Oh, okay. There has been a breaker drawn. That's good. You're tagged. Let's make use of it to kill Knick-Knack.
So the artist who did Chromatophore does have several storefronts, including on Ink Gaming, where they do sell playmats. Ooh. Unfortunately, Chromatophore is not one of the options.
Yeah, I would imagine that that's like they probably make agreements with NSG about that kind of thing. You know, I don't actually.
They
know,
do have playmats for Data Sunset and I saw one for Almaca though.
Let's see.
Almakua.
Oh, that'd be a good one to have this playmat. Yeah, Almakua rotated out.
Yeah, the cool Data Sea Turtle.
Yeah. Miss that little dude. I liked him so much better than Audrey out of Seb. SMC. Okay, you're gonna be able to start breaking stuff. I really need to ice up R&D. I'm being very silly. There's what? 3 agendas left, so about 1 in 6 that this just wins.
Roll the dice.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's how this beautiful game of Netrunner. I don't know why I didn't ice R&D. I had the Bodo. I was not thinking.
Once again.
Yeah. It did not.
Gotta use the dolphin.
It did not really work into my brain that, like, you're on 6 points. You find a random Regenesis and, like, that's it.
Yeah.
I needed to take that more seriously, and I didn't. And I was punished for it. In my defense, could have also hit a snare, and that would have been funny.
You got a dolph on him.
Yep. Well, at this point,
as Kane said,
I would say let's pivot to doing a runner, but honestly, I think I might need to call it. I'm just not feeling great.
Oh no.
But this has been fun hanging out. I don't know if I'm gonna do this like literally every week on purpose. Or yeah, sorry, I was reading Milanomi's message in chat and started reading it out loud instead of finishing my sentence. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every single week, but I think it'll happen more weeks than not. So yeah. Tentatively check back Sunday, assuming that I'm not sick. It will go a little later. I work graveyard, so it's relatively early in the day for me still. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you later.
See ya, everybody.